Live already! Hi!
Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, and welcome. In the immortal words of Lloyd Grossman. I think it was Lloyd Grossman. Anyway, hello, I'm Paul.
I am Jason.
And together we are
Those Vegan Guys.
And welcome to a live chat with us.
Oh, you got us very nicely framed there.
We're quite well framed
Yeah,
there,
I
aren't
like
we?
that.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah. And I'm wearing my fancy blouse.
Good evening, one and all.
My £3 top.
I said good evening dead quick while there's only 22 watching. Hi Denise, hi Kelly, hi Deneen, Michael, Miss Mo's Vegan Kitchen.
Hi Monica.
Tracy, Janet, welcome one and all this Friday evening here in the UK, Friday evening.
Forget your troubles, come on, get happy. You're gonna chase all your cares away. Shout hallelujah, come on, get happy. Get ready for the judgment day. Hey, that was a good impromptu one for you, that promise. I didn't give him no warning.
I know some words.
I tend not to. So I hope you're all well. If any of you follow us on WhatsApp or Instagram or our Facebook page, you will have already seen that we had a gorgeous curry for tea tonight.
Oh, it was lovely.
Dinner. Curry rice and naan bread. And I always make enough curry so that there's enough left for dinner in 2 or 3 nights. That'll go in the fridge and we'll have it with chips. Rice and naan bread on night 1, always. Chips and buttered bread on night 2 for curry. That's how it works. So how y'all doing? How y'all coping with the apocalypse?
Hi Anne, hi Elliot, hi Kaz, Janet, hi, AM Claire. Hello everyone. I'll keep trying to say hello as new names pop up.
We should have just gone live now. Now 9 o'clock was the official time.
Yeah, we were I think a minute or 2 minutes early for a change.
Thank you to our gorgeous moderators, Bohemian Bee and Hedge Rider. Kelly might be joining us in a wee while, but she's having a WhatsApp family chat about now. So please be respectful and nice. It's the apocalypse. Let's all be nice to one another, shall we?
It's all about being nice at the moment, or at least tolerant.
And I would like to say cheers to you all.
I'll say cheers to you all as well. Drinking my lovely vegan beer from Aldi. I think this was.
Where's my vegan wine from? Sainsbury's. Rioja.
So I hope everyone is managing. How has everybody been this week? It's been a tough week this week, I think, for everyone.
It has been a tough week, and I think it would be remiss of us to just kind of paper over it and pretend like it's not happening. Because, you know, I think with each other and with our families and our friends, we have to keep driving that message home. Stay at home if you can. If there is a way for you to stay at home and you only go out for essentials, you must do that. They're already planning on, it's probably Scotland will be next, but you know, the big 4,000 bed hospital they're building in an exhibition centre in London. Well, they're also doing one in Birmingham and one in Manchester as well now.
Serious stuff.
So they're expecting much seriousness.
Calm before the storm, it feels a little bit like, which is not, you know, the tonight's live is not designed to be, you know, panic inducing, but I think most of this little community that we have here, you wonderful people, I think we're all pretty tuned in to be able to kind of manage our anxiety levels, but at the same time be tuned in enough to know what's going on, and it does feel like the calm before the storm.
I mean, yeah, absolutely, it does feel like the calm before the storm, and I don't think any of us are settled at all. I mean, even with you working at home, because Jason's working at home at the moment, in my drag room, bless him, with his little office set up.
I've managed to tune out the wigs.
So he's got wigs and
peripheral
sequins
vision
all around him. He's got my pussy going in there all the time, lying on the floor, scratching at its feet.
I don't mind that, to be fair.
But that's kind of weird as well for me, because I'm here in our home and I'm sat downstairs and I have to basically ignore you.
Well, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, to a point.
I mean, I'll go for a wee and shout, "You all right, mister?" And he'll go, "Yeah. I'll be down for a brew in half an hour." you know. But yeah, it's a strange time we're living in, and I think it's a testament to all of us and to our strength and tenacity as people to be following the guidelines, riding the wave, supporting each other through it, trying to have a laugh, you know, trying to focus on the good things and just being as safe as we can. And I think people don't necessarily acknowledge what that says about them sometimes.
Yeah.
And that says that you're really, really strong. Really strong.
Self-actualization.
Yeah.
Bit of that, bit of self-actualization.
You're a warrior and you didn't even know it. Now put your little armour on, get your spear, and stay in your garden.
All of that. I say a quick hello to Matt. Thanks for joining us. To Sean, Andrew.
Oh, Matt O'Neill.
John Ross. Always a pleasure.
Now, Matt's chat. Was it actually? Is it on your channel? Is it on the Matt O'Neill account, Matt, or is it on the band?
It's on Matt's channel, on Matt on Facebook. YouTube, sorry.
Matt, I shared a tune of his not so long back in the community tab, a cover of How Deep Is Your Love. Oh, it made me cry in the kitchen. Yes. In a lovely way though. Yes. Weren't sad. We're just like, oh, it's beautiful. I shared it. So you must check out his channel.
Beautiful vocals, beautiful harmonies, and exceptional prowess with technical implements. I'll say that. I'll say all of that.
Oh, he's always been good with his instruments, Matt. Welcome to a Friday Night Live with us weekend guys.
I'm gonna.
And don't forget to check out the library is open. Stuart wrote a lovely monologue this very afternoon, sat sitting in his own house drinking tea and thinking about Gracie Fields.
He wrote it last night.
This is what happens to him. Shh. He wrote it in 10 minutes. Come from his heart, right from his heart, and he's got a lovely video. I'm sorry, I'm over. This is what I do when I've got worry at the back of my mind. The only way I can push it there is by being outrageous.
This is what we're in for. Content.
Is this content? I thought chatting to us and we're just like off on
No, I'm keeping my eye on things. Good evening, Tom. Thank you for joining us. Beaker the Vegan, Outdoor Adventures, Leslie. How do you pronounce it? Lelfar, is it?
Yeah.
Lelfar.
Don't forget to like the video, guys. You just have to close the chat, like the video, open the chat again, and it'll all still be there.
Bigfoot.
Such is the magic of YouTube.
Easy question, easy answer, Viv. At the time, we were, but Bagger was very good as well.
What?
Bigfoot said, I know it was a while ago, but Bagger or Viv? Viv. We said, didn't we, at the time?
No. Talent-wise, I would put them equally.
Yeah.
Very different.
Yeah.
But I don't think you can necessarily, you can't say, well, just because I prefer that kind of talent, that's better. It's like, let's talk. Can we talk about the levels of talent here?
Hi, Vegan Viking. Oh, yes. Lovely.
Loads of gorgeous people here.
Wonderful.
Talk.
Yes.
I do like a talk. John, I was very impressed when I read that you were a fan of the 1976 King Kong. As Jason will tell you, it's my absolute favourite. And when he holds her in his great big hand, blows her dry after he's fished out that pond, what she said, right, good watching.
It's nice. It's proper nice.
It's the music.
Yeah, it's exceptional film.
Beautiful.
Exceptional
However,
film.
Jessica Lange is a bit sexual in that scene. And by the end of it, she does sound like she's having an organism.
Less of that.
She does! John will tell you. He knows the film as well as I do, I guarantee it.
I think...
The library is open, it's here. So hope you brought your library card, darling.
Nicholas said, anyone else's pets fed up with them being at home? My two dogs keep huffing at me, lol. I think Isis is kind of quite enjoying the fact that I'm home and she gets to come upstairs and
Really? Because
prance around the room.
during the day, she's a very naughty girl. She stands at the door here and scratches to go outside. And then I open the door and she goes out and I close it because of the draft. And 2 seconds later, she's scratching to come back in. That was somebody. Who was that? Perhaps we'll never know. Yes, the library is open. Do check out his monologue. Please do. And he's inspired me to write one. Using the same hashtag, Rainbow Monologues, but also adding a hashtag. Lockdownologues. It's a monologue when you're on lockdown.
Vegan Viking says, can I ask what the tattoo is, Paul, with the colours?
Oh, it's meant to be like embedded semi-precious gemstones, which I'm really into. I've got a huge bowl in my front room filled with bits of crystal and rock, for I do like the earth and its coloured presence. Yeah, some people think it looks like stained glass, but it's meant to look like, it's meant to be me imagining that I've embedded myself with obsidian and magenta,
Quartz.
and amethyst. Yes, and quartz. So how is everybody coping, by the way? Have you all got, sounds really random and deep, but do you have coping strategies in place? Calling enough people? We started a WhatsApp group today. There's a link to it in the community part of our channel and on our Facebook page. It's nearly 100 people already chatting, sharing pictures of their pussies. Oh, it's filthy.
Lots of pussy pics, to be fair.
Lots of doggy pics as well, and food pics, and just, you know, it's a soft sign. It's nice to have something to dip into and say hello. So you're not reading anything out.
I'm just
continuing.
I'm trying to keep up with the chat.
Oh, is it going fast?
Picking things to, because I'm still. Willow said my cat Daisy is snoring next to me on the sofa, which is very nice. And
I do like a purring pussy near my leg.
Sherry is asking, this is not a question for us really, but I'll highlight it. Sherry is saying, is there any chance my asthma will show up in Stuart's channel? Pretty pleased with hummus.
Is what?
Oh. Is there any chance my asthma will show up in Stuart's channel? Pretty pleased with hummus. Oh, thank you, Ali.
Yeah, we might end up doing separate versions of Frog the Fortnite at some point soon. Because technologically, I don't know how to do it.
It's doable. It's definitely doable, but it's very complicated.
It's doable in Skype.
Yeah.
But then you've got to use a broadcasting software and... Oh, I'd rather just film myself. You know what I mean?
Kat says, hoping for more rude root vegetable recipe videos soon.
Well, speaking, these happen to be the sweet potatoes that Jason picked up.
Perfect.
So there's this one as well. Also, what was the word you used in the video?
Phallic. Phallic was the word of the day. Not anymore. JJ Star says, I think they've got the message. She's probably got the idea now, to be fair.
I'm just showing them the potatoes that you chose.
JJ Star says, what have you been doing to entertain yourselves? Me and my 5-year-old have been painting. That's always nice. Bit of painting, to be fair. As Paul said before, actually working from home for me this week has actually probably been quite a welcome distraction, to be fair, from everything that's going on. We've watched a bit of telly, a couple of films, enjoyed our downtime, only really been out shopping, was it once or twice we've been out very, very quickly and very, very briefly. But one thing we were talking about the other day was the fact that I think the longer you stay in the house, which is obviously what we're all supposed to be doing and need to be doing, for a lot of people, the more anxious they become when they recognise that they are going to have to go out.
Yeah.
And that's quite a difficult thing to deal with. But I think I can appreciate that there's other people out there that have got it a lot harder than us. Self-employed people, people that are working through agencies on 0-hour contracts, and even if the help does come through from the government, which is promised it is, it's going to potentially be 2 to 3 months. So, it's a worry.
It's a shit show.
How are people supposed to cope?
Countrywide at the moment. This is what I was saying before. It's like, if you've got to, there's a little thing I did this very evening, actually. And I thought, Paul, please remember that and do that. Right. And I'm going to be really honest with you. I had convinced myself, sorry to say this, but I have convinced myself if I get this virus, I will die. And I'm scared. So I'm being overly cautious.
Yeah, you mentioned it the other night, yeah.
And then I was watching our video from Catalonia a couple of nights ago, and I got really emotional about it. Tonight, whilst watching Picard, when you're watching Amazon and you've got it on pause, and all these pictures just kind of start scrolling, and they're, I believe, included with Amazon, and many of them look like Greece. And I got really emotional when I saw one, and then I thought, why would you be sad that you had a chance to go there? Why would that be a thing to be sad about?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you switch that? Like, if rather than it coming from a place of, I may never see a place like that again, why can't it be I got to see a place like that?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I hope so many other people get to see a place like that. And that felt like so much of a nicer thought and feeling than wallowing in kind of fear and self-pity. And I do allow myself to do that sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I will own that, but I'm a constant work in progress like everybody else. And I just think I did that today and thought, there you go, that made you feel better and think better, so do that in future. Don't,
it's catching yourself in the moment though, isn't it? It's quite difficult to do that sometimes.
And just switching it around to a complete positive, because it's not like I switched off the I may never get to see a place like that again. That's mixed in now with I got to see a place like that. I got to bathe in the sea like that. I got to lie on a beach like that, and it was beautiful and wonderful, and nobody can take any of that away from me, ever. But I can graciously hope that somebody else experiences it in their way. Yeah, it was...
Yeah.
Sorry,
Denise,
I waffled then, I realised.
Denise says, I was coping as NHS key worker, non-clinical, as going out to work as a distraction, but want to work from home now, as OH is... Other half is very high risk shielding group. Yeah.
Do you
Mark,
think...
go on, sorry.
Do you think you might be able to get to work from home, Denise? Is it possible for you to do that? If so, it's an extremely fair request right now.
Yeah,
isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. It's just difficult times, and obviously it's on a lot of people's minds. We were kind of thinking, we'll have a good chat about this tonight, because it might actually help alleviate some people's anxieties, but also it's just nice for people to be able to share. And the last two lives that we've done, we've asked people to share something positive that's happened in the last week, and it's really nice to see that people are kind of naturally doing that. Mark is here saying, I was getting stress skin problems and decided to think of what we have good and watch less news. That helped.
Yeah, I need to watch less news, Mark.
Yeah,
definitely.
But yeah, sharing positive stuff, because it's
once a day.
It is a bit bleak at the moment. We've all got to tune in. We've got to tune in and make sure that we're aware of what's going on in terms of updates, but too much of it is always going to be a bad thing. And I think hopefully most of us recognise that. So sharing positive things, it's a whole new frontier at the moment, isn't it, for all of us? And if you put aside the anxiety of the actual virus itself, there is really amazing stuff going on. And I just hope that when we get through all of this, we can learn from it and we can implement new ways of living, because surely we can't go back.
No, that's the danger, isn't it? That kind of we've all got this chance now. Please let us all survive this. We've all got this chance now to sit back and reevaluate and look at our lives and ourselves, not overcritically, but realistically. You know, really look at ourselves and kind of, which is what I did today. Why would you do that when you can do this?
Yeah, absolutely.
And bit by bit, hopefully, at the other end of this, I will be a better person, and the world will have learned some lessons.
I hope so.
From the beautifully clean canals in Berlin and Venice.
Yeah.
And from the ozone layer fixing itself, repairing itself, and from the air quality going up, and from the colour of the sky.
All of that.
Without all those plane marks. You know, did anyone see, I did a video not too long back, and I talked in it about, or was it us, about disposable society? Was it that film video I did? Or was
it wasn't
a separate vlog I did about kind of how, you know, everything moves so quickly these days. New album, new film, new car, new phone, new jeans, new lipstick, new celebrity crush, and rinse and repeat. And yet we've got these shelves full of DVDs that we love, films that really meant something to us. And I was talking about that kind of disposable society, disposable media, and how we're all so kind of hungry for the next thing. I mean, in this case, obviously, okay, we'll do this. Let's get to the point beyond this where things are better. But
because the world is perpetuated by consumerism and choice, and we are creatures of habit, and we all collectively fall into these patterns, and these patterns have been massively disrupted. It is literally like somebody has hit the reset button. Now that could be an absolute revelation for us all if we actually just take the time to pause and think about a better way of doing things. And you all know that, we know it, but let's just hope that we don't just fall back into old habits. As I'm talking as a societal here, as a society.
But somebody showing this video in a classroom 70 years from now, about one of the first conversations that started about the new world and how things would change before it even happened. And they'll show the students, and the students will be like, listen, now he's talking about us. Yeah, I am. I know you. Well done.
Just picking up on what Nicola saying here, anxiety is horrible some days, but trying to be thankful and think of those on the front line who have no choice but to go to work. I find having a gratitude journal helps. Kind of our vlogs in a way, like some of our content is almost like it reaffirms to us that stuff, like what you'd said, was it last week or the week before, when we was kind of thanking people for the shopping vlogs. Because it had kind of gone round full circle. Like
we'd ended up with a stocked freezer and fridge exactly when we needed it. because we pushed and pushed and kept saying, oh, we don't need anything else. Oh, let's do another shopping vlog though. They're really helping people. And that's what's important now, because it was the January and then February.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I said, you know, thank you for enjoying those vlogs and saying that they really benefited you, because it made us make more. And that really helped us.
Yeah.
You know, freezer stuff wise, we're good for a couple of months.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Really.
It's like, I suppose for a lot of people as well, it's not just worry about yourselves, it's worry about your nearest and dearest. Like, I was on the phone, I had a quick chat with my mum and dad earlier on, and it's tough because they're both quite old, quite elderly, although my mum would hate that I even said that. Bless them both, but they're looking out for each other. Dad's been doing some grouting in the kitchen, in the bathroom, and he's been power washing the flags in the garden. Mum's been kind of doing bits and bobs around the house, keeping on top of things. So yeah, just trying to keep sane, I suppose, which is great, you know.
I'm popping to see Joan, my mum. She lives 6 doors down from me, because nobody else is going round to her house now. Except extremely rarely and keeping a distance. So I go down and kind of keep a good 10 feet away from her.
Thanks, Bobby.
Just make sure she's okay, you know. I just stand and have a little chat.
Yeah.
Because it's got to be hard for my mum as well to do, like, she's used to regular visitors all the time.
Yeah.
You know,
it's a difficult time, it is, which is why it is proper important for us to look out for each other.
Yes, absolutely.
Denise, really good question. Do you think there will be a mental health crisis when this is over? I don't want to be too dramatic about it. I've spent like the last week putting together resources through work to share across all of our networks. It's a difficult time. We've seen an actual drop in access, but I think coming out of the other side of this, I think it's going to have a huge impact on people's mental health. I really do.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to have some people who will probably hold on to some of the fear and the anxiety that has arisen through this. And we will probably see some quite significant issues. Maybe, I mean, dare I even say it, there may even be people who are kind of holding on to real trauma from this in terms of PTSD. There's going to be massive issues in terms of bereavement, and there's a serious lack of bereavement support, dedicated bereavement support in this country.
Well, especially now.
But yeah, it's going to be shocking.
The way that they've had to strip back that process.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
I said in my recent vlog, you should check out if you haven't seen any of my kitchen vlogs. I soak up a lot of news and try and concise it into a short. But from what they're saying, you know, it's an awful thing to talk about, but we have to talk about it because it's all part of that stay-at-home thing. Is that if a loved one of yours dies, the likelihood is that you can't be there with them when they do.
Brutal.
The likelihood is that you'll have a very small slot funeral in a very short period of time with a very few allowed people. No wake, no nothing. This all has to be done horrifically clinically. Them are the 2 words.
Yeah, very true. Picking up on what Hedge just said, which is really rings true with me. We were already living in a mental health crisis. Modern day capitalism was making people miserable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really hope that this gives people a chance to just pause and take stock of what's important in life and what isn't.
I think it is already.
Yeah.
We're only a few days in, and the number of posts that I've seen from people who have vowed never to visit a certain pub again, a certain chain of pubs, and you know, a certain sports outlet. I mean, I hope that they remember what they've said, and I hope that they stick to that. But I do think that things will change. I think things have already changed. I think the ways that they need to continue to change will continue on a kind of slow drip, because this is going to be a long process. I mean, there's none of this. I know Trump's talking about magic Easter. What dangerous words to share with people.
Don't even get me started on
so incredibly dangerous. This man has downplayed this killer from day one, and he's stepped it, but it's always under the level it should be at. He's stepped it up as the deaths have gone up. It's always under the level it should be at. And promoting packing churches at Easter in America is a death sentence for hundreds of thousands of people.
Yeah, without a doubt.
If that goes ahead, you just have to look at how long it's taken to get from the point you first learned about this to the point where your country, wherever you are, is now. Look at the cases and the deaths, and be honest with yourself. How as it is increasing every day. You know, it's and it wasn't too long back in this country. It was only last weekend. The beaches were full in this country, and the seafront locations were chocker. People packing together to buy fish and chips and ice cream and so on and so forth. And then the parks, and God, I understand people wanting to get out in the sunshine, but we said last weekend, we actually thought, when me and Jason were talking about it, he said, I actually nearly said to you, like, this weekend, why don't we ever drive up to Duffstones? But
that's a local place to us that's kind of like a reservoir and countryside.
I think they've been on a walk with us up there.
Well,
we did.
We can't assume.
No, I know, but we did do a live up there at one point, and he said, but if we'd have got there, and I was like, we'd have both done the same thing. If we'd have got there and the car park would have been full.
We'd have just turned around and gone back.
Turn around. This was a bad idea.
There's just. I don't want to go on about it. There's so many people that have done us a disservice in this country.
Really stubborn.
I don't want to get on my soapbox about it. I feel like we've been talking about this now for like half an hour. You know, and there are a lot of positives to find, but one of the things that isn't positive is the absolute moronic behaviour of people in the UK here, who are shrugging it off, pretending it's nothing, and not having a care in the world at all about anybody that comes into their you know, their field, their area, and comes close to them. So yeah, I'll have to, like a stuck record. I just hope we learn.
Yeah.
I just hope we learn as a society.
Ashley said our volume's very low, but I wouldn't even know how to adjust that.
I don't think you can. I think it's just a standard thing, isn't it, on the phone?
Yeah.
Ooh, who knows?
Sorry about that.
Maybe we're just speaking a bit quieter because we're a bit more subdued.
We are a bit more subdued though, aren't we? Usually we're quite loud like this, Ashley. So how y'all doing?
I'm going to pick up on what Mark says because I think it's quite prolific and true. The feeling I have about the earth energy is like it's not hurting as much. I agree this is time to think about how we affect the world. I have always had hope for us all to make a big change. I really like that, Mark.
I hope we can, Mark. Yeah. But I do. I just worry how self-centered people have been led to believe they have to be. That's the way to say it. Not, I'm worried about how self-centered people are. I'm worried about how they've been led to believe that that's the way they have to be to survive. And so you cling on to that.
Yeah.
This is the way I have to be. I have to be selfish. I have to be about me and only those close to me. And so it's difficult to break out of those bonds.
Yeah, totally.
But it's so crucial, isn't it, to be able to see yourself as, you know, somebody that should be planting trees they will never sit under.
Yeah. Lee Wagstaff said, last month he called me an unskilled worker, now I'm keeping this country going. Yes, very much so. Very much so. Absolutely. Yeah, Bobby, really? That's so ridiculous. But again, it doesn't. I wish I could say I was surprised, but I'm not. She's had so many jibes for her in a mask, it's unreal, but it won't stop me.
No.
It's just like, yeah,
Bobby,
madness.
I'll be very honest with you. I was looking for them on Amazon tonight. Because I've seen some shady ads on Facebook. You never know to trust them, but oh, they were funky.
I just wear a buff. We've
They
got
were
like five.
£9.99, buy one get one free. But I thought, no, I don't trust you. I don't know you. And then so I went on Amazon and had a look, and the kind of top bestsellers, as it were, had really bad feedback.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to, I said before, you're not going to be able to get your hands on any of that.
No.
For now, indefinitely now, that's, and if you do, you're going to pay a fortune. It's pointless. Well, what can you do? What can you do other than carry on and do your best? Look out for your loved ones and all that jazz. Yeah, Limby, bandanas are great. Yeah, we've got loads of buffs that we neck a scarf kind of elasticated things that we wear when we're cycling and mountain biking, and we've got 5 or 6 of those, so on the rare occasions we do have to go out.
Are you guys going to be trying out an insulation home haircut? I've convinced me. Yes, we are. He's going to do mine.
It's a good job our barber's not on the live tonight,
Now,
because he comes on sometimes.
which side have I done? Right, you see here, can you see?
I can see, yeah.
Yeah, so I've shaved a little bit.
Oh, yeah, you can see it, yeah.
I've shaved a little bit here with the clipper things that I do my eyebrows. See how that side's a lot more onto my face. And so I shaved it today to see if that worked, because it's quite precise, it's quite precision. But I'm thinking if Jason just gets hold of my hair and holds that bit down and puts his fingers over it, it only leaves this bit to get off. Do you know what I mean?
I don't think it'd be that difficult to do.
I
I
don't.
think it'll be okay. I'm just worried because it's like one slight lapse of concentration or slip.
Done.
Off comes the mohawk. Mind you, you've not had it mohawked for ages, have you? Thinking about a different do, aren't you? Like an off the side, quiffy front, jobby.
I'm thinking of stopping having this cut. I'll keep the whole centre thing, but I'm thinking of stopping having it cut. So let it get as long as it gets. And the front will be, I'll kind of have, what's that gamer called?
Cerberus arms. No? Yeah, Cerberus arms. He's got fabulous hair.
With gorgeous in his hair. So gorgeous.
And he does really good content.
He does
most of what he's
brilliant
doing at the moment is
content,
VR. Give him a shout out, just for no reason other than we've been enjoying his content of late.
No, he's a great gamer though. If you like games and you like
Yeah.
having a look at somebody play the games before you kind of consider buying them, he's a great person to have a look at.
Leanne just said Imran wet shaves his whole head. No surprise. Straight underneath Imran. Hey, you guys! How's everyone
How's
doing?
everybody still well? Do you think Berger the Crown will apologise?
I don't think he will.
No, will he?
Yeah. Will he heck?
He'll never apologise for Watermelon Smiles or Tank Top Bum Boys. He'll never apologise for any of that. He'll hope it's all in the past. Is there any need for 3 of our cabinet to have coronavirus? What is it? Health Secretary, Chief Medical Officer, and Prime Minister.
John says, I used to drink at the Cerberus Arms. Toilets were spotless. Nice. JJ Star, great question. What would be your perfect day when it's all back to normal? What would be a perfect day? You know what? I'd be quite happy. Here's the thing. I've never been
Day or date?
Day.
Day would be a perfect day.
I've never been into being around lots of people. So the social distancing thing really isn't a problem for me at all. I'd be quite happy for a end of summer, autumnal, beautiful day, just having a cycle round our local reservoir, maybe stopping off for half an hour at the top where there's a lovely little beach area, tiny little beach, hardly anyone ever goes up there, and just sit and chill and know that we're all safe again and that we can focus on new horizons. That's
We
one.
could do that any weekend, though.
Well, yeah, but
Would that be perfect?
Yeah, in terms of just a simple thing that would be easy to do, but would take for granted because right now we can't really. There's a million and one things I'd like to be getting on a plane as quickly as humanly possible and going to Catalonia to kind of almost as a recovery holiday.
Yeah.
I'd like that. That'd be the dream. So that'd be that wouldn't be a day though. That'd be 10 days or a week. What about you?
I would say it has to involve an ocean.
Of course. Yeah.
I think. Now, whether that would be a day trip to Blackpool or a day trip to Morecambe or Rail or somebody in the north, somewhere in the northeast we've never been before, or somewhere like Southport, or preferably somewhere with a sea that I can. Actually, I don't know if I've ever been to the East Sea.
No,
any of the East Sea.
Bath.
So
that area, that neck of the woods.
I think I'd like to go over to the east somewhere and just kind of spend a day at the seaside, have some chips and ketchup. It's essential.
Absolutely.
Sit on a beach, look at the sea. Yeah.
Yeah. It's simple things, really, isn't it? And it just kind of make you realise that sometimes we do take the simple things for granted. And again, that's that pause for thought thing we were talking about before, and actually all of us collectively weighing up what's actually important, which sounds like a really simple thing, but all of us are so often on autopilot in this world, aren't we, that we just don't stop and appreciate what's really important.
Yeah.
Janet said, I'm going to take my family out for a nice meal when all this is over and have a massive hug fest. Amazing.
Yeah. I think everyone, hopefully, will. I've always been a huggy person anyway, which anyone who knows me will tell you. I'm a hug when we see each other and a hug when we part, always. A hug and a kiss, usually. And so, of course, I've still got my husband and I'm very lucky for that, but I haven't even hugged or kissed my mother since well over a week ago, and I've done that every day.
Yeah.
For all of my life that I've been able to.
It's major.
But I see her every day, and I don't do that. I keep my distance from her. Like I say, I make sure she's okay.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I'm really missing the tactility of being safe.
Yeah.
Of safely being tactile.
Yeah.
Really missing that.
Kat says, referring to your advice last week, you were so right. I'm enjoying spending more time with our daughter and looking forward to baking more and other bonding activities, focusing on the positives.
Oh, amazing, Kat.
That's brilliant.
That's beautiful. Baking. Join our WhatsApp group and show us what when you bake stuff. Share your recipes.
Yeah.
Might become a vlog.
Tracy was saying, question, is anyone else struggling to get vegan food at the supermarkets? Went this evening and there was nothing in the freezer section. I mean, nothing.
Tracy, we went to Sainsbury's 2 nights ago and it was, I'm going to be honest with you again, I'm not going to ever lie to you guys, it was the first time I was scared. Proper scared.
You didn't see it the week before when I went in the one in Ashton.
No, I know.
But you saw the photos.
Yeah, I saw the pictures, but this was the first time I'd seen it.
Yeah.
And one particular item, a dried packet of rice that we tried to get, we were using Scan and Go, the app, because that way you can get the thing and put it directly in your bag. So we were using that app and just scanning all the barcodes on the things we were picking up. And one of the packets of rice, you may not buy 2 of this item. This item is restricted. And I was like, oh, okay, all right. Do you know what wasn't at all depleted in any way? The fruit and veg section, which is kind of what we'd gone for.
That's great.
That's the awkward thing. It's like, I'm not prepared to give up my fresh stuff. And I'm buying more packeted fresh stuff
at
the moment. But we need that fresh stuff. at least once a week, really. Salad, fruit and veg.
Well, it might get to the point where that's not an option.
No, I know, but
that's it.
for now, while
Yeah.
we can. But yeah, we went to the supermarket and they had the 2 metre lines in tape on the floor while you were stood waiting for the checkout, and there was apocalyptic talk on the welcome to Sainsbury's. We've restricted sale due to these uncertain times. We've restricted sale of certain items to only 2 per customer, but it was that repeating, and it was the way the guy in front of us kept kind of looking behind him, like, are they far enough away from me? And I kept doing exactly the same with a woman behind me who was looking down at the floor. And I was like, whoa, this is harsh. This is proper harsh.
It depends how tuned in you are to it as well. One of the things we were talking about in the supermarket is you can be very, very tuned in to everything and everyone around you, or not. You can tune it out just as easily. Well, not necessarily just as easily for everybody, but it's about how tuned in you are to what's going on around you. And I don't just mean physical location of people, I mean what their eyes and their face is telling you. And I'm sure you will get what I mean by that. And that's really hard to deal with as well when you are unfortunately having to pop out somewhere. On a brighter note, I will pick up on what Leanne said. Yes! Heck yes! Of course we will come and visit you when all this is done and dusted. We talked about how nice it would be to come and visit Leanne and Imran.
Yeah, well, I think we need to...
In Wales.
Just got really emotional.
I will continue to read what people are saying and actually, just...
I'll go up there for a moment.
Let you have a moment.
Just for a moment.
Mark said, Doctor Who said to think about where you're going in normal life to get through the extraordinary challenges we face. Mark, you are full of them this evening. I'm all about Mark's comments and everyone else's. No favouritism here. But yeah, it's a difficult time. It really is. Yeah. Don't get me started on that either. Imran, don't even get me started on that. Harleman's in lockdown. I'm scrolling down a bit now. I want to catch up with what people are saying.
Oh, I'm alright. Do you know what? My mind goes to a funny place. I drag it back. That's as long as we all get through this. I think there's going to be lots, many more than any of you anticipate. Lots of meetups, lots of visits to see people, so many freaking hugs, honey.
Did we just...
You're going to have to
Oh, John, bless you.
John, thank you, darling. So many bloody hugs for you all.
Thank you for the super chat.
Hi to
Vonnie Marie from Facebook. Hi, Vonnie Marie from Facebook.
On here now, do you mean? Or on Facebook?
Or say hi to her on Facebook.
Hi, Vonnie Marie. I can't say what you mean to me. Sweet Vonnie Marie. Won't you come sit down with me?
Is that your phone?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Amateurs we are. Amateurs.
Somebody's being very rude, aren't they?
Oh, Martine. I have to say goodbye, but I wish you both the best and I hope you get through this. Thank you, Martine. Bless you. That's really nice.
Oh, I think... Leanne, I'm fine. I think that must have been you. Hi, darling. That's what we're broadcasting on.
She's in the vegan group. Thank you. Yes.
Ah.
Nice one, John, for clarification. Appreciated.
I do enjoy a bit of clarification.
Tom, you know what? When all this is done and dusted and it's all settled down and calmed down, I'm all about travelling all over the UK, if I'm honest. There's so much of England and Scotland and Wales. There's so much. of this beautiful island that
we
we've
haven't
not
seen.
seen yet. And if there's
None
any
of
way that we can, my hours are going down at work, so I'm going down to a 4-day week.
Which gives us an extended weekend every weekend.
Every weekend is an extended weekend. It gives us more time to create content for the YouTube channel. It's thanks.
Which will incorporate the travelling.
Yeah.
It's like
it's thanks to you guys that that I'm able to do that to a certain extent. It's the growth of this community and all of that stuff. It's amazing. So thank you. It's hugely important. But yeah, the travelling will hopefully become part of our vlogging.
I'm sure all this as well will become much more normal. It's just right now it all feels very new and a bit a bit scary. And will you promise?
Yeah,
John.
John.
John's just paid us never to visit him.
Cheers, John.
Thanks, John. We love you too.
Yeah, full of love for everyone tonight. Definitely. But yes, Sarah says, I keep busy doing an
Leslie, we do intend to come to Ireland for a weekend. It's a place we've never been to.
Yeah.
Ever. And randomly, this sounds really stupid because we're not likely to meet any people like them even, but we're massive fans of the Try channel. Yeah, if you know the Try channel on YouTube, you'll know that it's a cast of Irish YouTubers. And we don't watch any of their channels separately, but we love the Try channel and we love them all on there. And I would hope to meet people with that kind of liquor ability and sense of humour. I love it.
Hedge says, well, you're booked in at my house and we'll do a little collab when you're here.
Oh, that'd be great.
That'd be fabulous. And BYOB, my plan is to come to Oldham on a weekend to come see you both lovelies. You know you're more than welcome. Absolutely. Lorraine says, you need to visit Durdle Door, Lulworth Cove, Dorset.
Oh, it sounds lovely.
Yeah.
I love Dorset. I love Cornwall. All down there, really.
And of course, Miss Mo, you know we would love, in a heartbeat, you know that we would love to come and visit you and Axel, and really hope that all is well. Hope that everyone's doing well, like we've talked about this evening. Hope that everyone's just looking out for each other. Lots of people have talked about, you know, video chatting with family and stuff like that, which is amazing. Keeping each other's spirits up. All of this is hugely important.
Yes, don't forget to visit Miss Mo's channel as well. She does mukbangs.
Yes.
Every day. She does cookery as well.
Recipes, cooking.
I kind of want to try your it's not whiskey, is it? Bourbon tofu. You seen that?
I don't know.
She's had it with mashed potatoes and green beans and mashed potatoes and sprouts. Other things.
And other things.
Yes.
To be fair, I've watched a lot of Miss Mo's videos, and what I find...
Bourbon.
Ah, excellent. Oh, there you go. I find them really relaxing to watch, like 99% of the time.
Especially story time.
Yeah.
Hello, my friends. I keep saying I'm going to do... and then that bloody... Happy Healthy Vegan beat me to it, little shit, just because he's gorgeous, thinks he can get away with stuff. Well, he can.
He's not gorgeous.
Oh, he is. He's a good-looking lad.
Gorgeous.
He's a good-looking lad. He's a very good-looking lad. I think he is. Happy Healthy Cool, sorry. Although Happy Healthy Vegan, to me, looks like he's Native American. And I'm all there. Right? But Healthy Crazy Cool, the other night, did my impersonations of every vegan YouTuber. I mean, we weren't on there. And the Vegan wasn't on there. Rose Lee, Cheap Liz the Vegan wasn't on there. There were so many people who weren't on there. And I was like, it's not really every vegan YouTuber, is it, honey? But he did have Gorgie Man on there, and I was very annoyed because I wanted to do Gorgie Man. Roll the titles.
Yeah, you still do Goji. You should do Goji, definitely. Lorraine, no, we didn't, to be honest. We show our appreciation to the NHS in other ways. Amazing staff. It was a wonderful thing to see, and it was great that so many people got behind it. But to be honest, no, we didn't. We didn't.
And nobody did. None around here.
Not that we saw or heard. No.
Didn't hear anything. We heard something distant, but not anything nearby.
But it was lovely to see. But like I say, we're generally not people to follow the herd, and we do genuinely believe that we
I
show.
thank the NHS in every vlog I've done over the last couple of weeks.
NHS have saved my life 3 times.
And every post I do, I still think they are incredible people for being on the front line at a time like this.
Phenomenal.
I'm terrified behind the closed doors, like, wash my hands, wash my face, wash my world.
Oh dear. It's bled into our lives.
Yeah.
It's come into our live streams. Dear me.
So yeah, I think I tried to be a little bit too upbeat at the beginning of this vlog, and then reality kicked in, and I got a bit, and now I've kind of evened out. I have bipolar emotions.
No.
Very much so. Very, very much so, especially at times like this. And I do try to be. I try not to have a guard. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel it.
Leslie Wills, KY? Leslie, I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name right, but thank you. Sending love from America. We love seeing y'all. It brings some moments of joy into a very dark time.
Oh,
yeah,
thank
you so much. And I think, you know what, it's reciprocal. It works both ways.
Absolutely.
It's hugely important to us. Everything that we're doing across all of our social media with our down-to-earth veganism and, you know, all the stuff, just connecting with people. It swings both ways. No pun intended.
In fact, I told myself off a bit before, because I was like, when Jay said after we'd eaten our dinner this evening, that was gorgeous, that. And I said, you know, you've said that every night this week. Like, every night this week, that was absolutely gorgeous. And it's such a shame we didn't vlog it. Even if just briefly, not like full cookery videos or anything. Just like brief, you know, here's what we're having tonight, because sometimes it's pre-packed stuff.
Yeah.
Like tonight, one of our favourite meals, we had Linda McCartney pie, cooked right well. I get a bag of shredded kale, half each steamed, and a red and a white onion really thinly sliced, soft fried and made into a gravy using the Bisto Best caramelised onion gravy powder. And a little splash of red wine all over the kale. It's so gorgeous and it's so simple. Honey, it is so simple, but it's so good and nutritious, girl.
Leslie says, Paul, that's one of the reasons I hold on to your channel so hard. You feel what you feel and you don't hide it, and that is beautiful.
Thank you, my lovely.
Go on.
I was going to say, one, I couldn't hide it if I tried, but two, I kind of taught myself years ago not to. Because of that whole, there's a kind of, humans mimic each other a lot, don't they? And especially in heterosexual relationships where it's like, here's translations, when she says there's nothing wrong, it means this. And I was just like, I'm never going to be that person. I'm going to say like, right, I'm scared shitless because of this.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's the real.
That's really pissed me off.
Yeah.
And here's why it pissed me off, because you made me feel undervalued or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Because I'm not carrying it. If I feel that the only way to... anyway.
Nah.
Sorry, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you is what
It's only ever going to be reels here. It's only ever going to be the reels, to be fair. And I think, you know, we've all delved into it tonight, but there is a lot of positives to find. There's a silver lining There's a very, very, very thin silver thread running through all of this, which hopefully we can all just hold on to. And like we said, look out for each other through all of this. And like Sarah said, absolutely, there's no point in bottling it up. We're all feeling it at the moment, but the most amazing thing about all of this is no one has to be on their own. We're living in an age of an amazing technology where we can connect like this or through other means, and we can reach out. And going back to what we were saying briefly before, if people are finding that they're really struggling, there's help available as well. John!
Just talk about
Very nice. Very nice.
Thank you, lovely John.
Thank you so much for the super chat. All the super chats, bless you. Legend. Lorraine says, who has been keeping you entertained on social media recently? For me, it has to be Caroline Hirons, especially her rants on her stories. Who's been keeping it? It's the regular crew for us on YouTube, I think. We've kind of got our go-tos, like you mentioned before, the Vita Vegan. Vita Vegan's always bubbly and chirpy and real Lisa, as well. Like
she's really down to earth.
Yeah, just, if she's having a bad day.
I chat with her on Instagram and stuff. At some point when the world's normal again, we're going to be doing a snack swap, but that's way off. You know, everything's been put on the back burner now, hasn't it? It's like every collab is on the back burner, which is a shame really, because we had a lot lined up. We had a lot of things lined up, but pretty much everything's on hold at the moment, except what we can do here, which is why I'm like, why are we showing our dinner every night if they're so freaking nice?
It's a fair point.
You know what I mean?
You know what? It's grabbing stuff to obviously film. We haven't just got stuff set up permanently in the house. But what we have to keep reminding ourselves is it literally takes like 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's
literally 3 minutes, isn't it?
Time at all, really. And it's worth it because it's, I think especially with people who are new to veganism, I think when they see a video with, you know, meal ideas for 7 nights or whatever, or they see what we eat in a day for 7 days, even if the breakfast is the same every day, the lunch would be different, the evening meal would be different. Yeah. It's inspiring. It's like, I would have never thought of that. That's what it would do to me if I saw it does with me. When I've seen Miss Moore doing stuff, I've been like, in fact, it's because of Miss Moore that I bought rice papers. At some point, I'm going to be making summer rolls, because I've thought about them loads of times, and obviously they've never been important enough to get them. And then I saw Miss Moore making them, and I was like, do you know, next time I go to Wingip, I'm going to get, anyway, I've got 2 packets that in my cupboard. I've not done note with them yet, but I will. Because I'm quite interested in doing some summer rolls with a peanut chili dipping sauce.
I'm interested in tasting lots of new things that Paul's going to cook.
Of course you would be, wouldn't you?
Bobby says, vlog, 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 vlog. You know, we're going to do a lot more. We're going to keep the content coming. And yeah, as you all know, we're very real, we're very down to earth. And yeah, pretty much what you see is what you get.
Lorraine, I don't think as much as I would hope. To be honest with you, I mean the shelves that have been completely empty in the supermarkets have been the flesh shelves.
Yeah.
And mostly the dairy shelves. Now I'm seeing the same effect on the vegan stuff as well. Though it's like when we first went in, there was a few things missing. It was basically hand sanitizer, toilet roll, and rice and pasta. We're all kind of short. Yeah. When we went in yesterday, it was everything, and the vegan section. As we walked past it, I was like, I said, actually voiced. I said, now I'm a little bit worried. That's scary. I'm just glad we're stopped for a couple of months.
There's going to be a time to have that conversation, and that conversation is going to come after this. In my humble opinion, now is not the time to have that conversation on a societal level. But when this is done and dusted, I want people to start having that conversation with meat eaters and with themselves, and we will encourage them to do that.
Absolutely. Well, I did in the vlog I did the other day. Well, what did in the it was the last one I did about like this is not a drill. It was kind of a kitchen vlog, and I said in that, you know, we have to talk about where this came from, and you can't. And if anybody's watching this now for the first time, you are a meat eater, you can't look at Chinese people eating pangolins or bats or anything and think, well, no, that's despicable, because it's all speciesism. Your line might be, right, I'll eat up to that animal, but then from then on it becomes a pet. And then they're pets and leisure animals, and then after that, that's wild. It's like, well, just because your place is there, it's very hypocritical of you to be disgusted by somebody who's just slightly there. You know,
and the line in the sand conversation,
and all of these H1N1 and you know, SARS-1, and this is now what they're calling SARS-2, and bird flu. So many other things have come from us fucking around with animals. I think we just need to leave them alone. And stop. We, or
the vast majority of us, I mean, I'm not assuming necessarily that everybody that's watching now is vegan. I hope if the people that aren't, that they're at least on the journey. But like I said, that conversation has to happen at some point, and people need to be reminded and hopefully encouraged to move in the right direction with it all, because the bottom line is, even if we're vegan for the animals first and foremost, we've always said that, you've always said that, but even if you put that to one side for a second, the animals and the planet, because I don't measure humans as less than animals. I think animals are equal to humans, and I want them both to survive. I want animals to stop being force bred and killed and treated horrifically, and I want humans to have a planet to live on. And the two are completely interlinked. You can't separate them. But even if you put that to one side, the bottom line is, it's not sustainable. It hasn't been sustainable for a long time. We can't mass produce animals safely, pump them full of horrific chemicals, and mass produce them on a conveyor belt at the level that is needed, allegedly, for the vast consumerism of this planet. We know this.
There's too much linked in with it. Amazon rainforest being chopped down to create grain lands. The fact that it takes 16 pounds of grain to make 1 pound of beef. The fact that a cow can drink 20,000 gallons of water and create X amount of CO2 squared of pollution. And it's not his fault. It was force bred. So yeah, it's. But I hope that people don't get defensive about it, because it's only the ego that gets defensive, because the ego wants whatever it wants, and how dare anybody tell it not to have that. That's all ego, and it's not about me or him or any vegan. It's about the planet, and it's about being accountable for what we allow to happen, so that something that we can live perfectly well without gets put on our plate. When there are amazing alternatives that taste great and came from a plant. Pick a tomato, grows back. Take a lamb's leg, crippled for life, dead soon, if not dead already.
Preaching to the choir.
I know. Just in case someone's happened upon this video and like, watch these guys, look alright. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Limby, the world must move forwards from this with empathy towards animals in order to stop future pandemics.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And just to grow as a species, I think we've become so kind of, this is what I was talking about earlier about disposable society, disposable lessons. Oh, I learned that, but I forgot it now because I don't need it anymore. It's like, no, remember everything you've learned, because some of them change as you grow and evolve, some of the things you think you've learned actually become something else, and we get so complacent and happy with ourselves and who we are. I'm this great person. I don't. We turn off that ability to be a sponge because we're like, you're wrong about that. You're wrong about no, and you're wrong, and we don't take anything in anymore. We don't allow anything in to just kind of sit for a moment and be like, let's have a think about this. Let's really have a good think about this. Not from a point of defence, not from a point of wanting to bat it away, but really taking the thing into consideration.
Yes, absolutely. John.
Ooh, deep. Girl, James Cameron would love us. The Abyss too.
John says, it's just disappeared.
Damn it.
I've not watched the last two Picards. Are they game changers? No spoilers, Brian. Yeah, all we can say is in a nutshell is, yes, it's superb. Haters are going to hate. Bottom line is, it's been an awesome, amazing series. And yeah, get them watched, John, as soon as you possibly can, because it's epic. It's been an epic series. It's been amazing. So what we are going to do now is, because we've been on for quite a while, and it's a Friday evening, and obviously we want to have another drink and wind down and relax.
Yeah, watch some random things.
So we'll have maybe another 5 minutes or so with yous all. If anybody's got any quick fire questions you want to chuck our way, now is the time before we start to wrap things up. Or if we've missed anything in the comments further up, then do feel free to stick it in the comments again before we start to wrap things up for the evening.
Well, Picard was amazing. All I will say about the last episode is I, about quarter of the way through, I sat forward. It's very rare for me. It gives them enthralled. And I stayed there.
If I was editing, the word enthralled would have popped up.
Yes, it's fabulous. I feel very complete.
Broke me.
But did you see me?
Well, it broke us both, didn't it? Yeah. Roxanne59 says it's Jason's turn to cook. I'm all for it. Let's do a vlog where Paul instructs me how to cook something and I attempt to cook it. How do you feel about that one?
We were talking about this the other night in bed. I said that this might be a really good idea if, like, I'm just shouting instructions from behind the camera.
Yeah.
And we might actually do a vlog of him cutting my hair.
Oh, yeah.
Tomorrow.
Well, you've done straightening my hair.
Yeah.
Let's do both. You straighten my hair and I'll cut your hair.
All in one vlog.
Yeah, why not?
The hair vlog.
The hair vlog. Yeah, we could do that. I've asked people to ask if anyone's got any questions, and I'm ignoring all the questions, or if there is anything, comments. Yes, oh my God, yes. Hell's Bell, do it. Sarah, haha, do it. Great idea, get your penny on, Jason, Denise. Leanne, I feel your pain, Paul. Imran can't cook either.
I think what Jason might be good having a go at, is soda bread. Might be easy enough for you to have a go at.
Soda bread? Yeah, I mean, I'm game. Will you make your evening? Oh, thank you, John, for the super chat. I'd missed Hedges' comment before then about she's planted some cock potatoes. I think she said. I think it was something like that. Hedge, wasn't it? Planted some cock potatoes. That'd be great. But yeah, John, thank you for the super chat. Oh, there it is. I planted a couple of rows of cock potatoes if you're interested.
That's my favourite kind of potato.
What was John's request? Because that might be a good one to end the live on this evening.
6.
What's a rendition of You Spin Me Round Like a Record, Will You Make Her Evening, Boys? We might be able to do that. We might be able to do a chorus. Maybe. Tom, isolation day 25. Jason has finally worked out how to switch on the oven. Oh, Gressingham plums and hoisin sauce. He claims it's a game changer. No, we haven't tried that, I don't think. Oh, thank you, John. Oh, bless you, Kat. Thank you so much. Really appreciate the super chat. Bless you.
Love you too, my darling. If I get to know your name, will I to get your private number, baby? All I know is said to me, you look like you're lots of fun. Open up your loving arms, watch out, here I come.
You spin me right
I set my sights on you.
Man, know what else to do. That's all you're getting. That's all you're getting for now.
That was a good version.
Right. I think it's that time of the evening.
What's that song? Oh, yeah.
Thanks, Limby.
This is for you all before I say goodnight. A gentle breeze from Hushabye Mountain softly blows for Lullaby Bay. I love that song from Chit Chit Bang Bang.
Yeah, it's great. I thought you was going to carry on.
No.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do that bit. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us this evening. It's been nice to have a bit of a gathering. And if you'd like to be connected more, do have a look at our page on Facebook and our Twitter, our Instagram. All over it, shop.
We're everywhere.
We're doing all sorts of stuff all the time. It's right good. Do you want to do the turning off?
Yes, I'll do the turning off thing.
I love you.
Love you.
Mwah. Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching us. Oh, I get in the middle and everything. I'll straighten my boobs and say thanks so much for watching us. See you next time. Good night. Love you lots. Be excellent to yourselves. Oh, thank you, Beaker. And each other. Good night, loves.